activist, the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the first platform in history to fight to end colorism. And that platform I created in 1998 before there was social media, before there was reality TV, before there was YouTube. And that platform is called Dark Skin Activism, and I'm the world's first and only dark skin activist. I want to apologize to everybody. I was just on a live like a few minutes ago, but I had a call, that very important call to come in. I'm not taking no more calls while I'm on live because I really got to get out what I got to say. And I'm not going to go back and repeat everything I said before, but I just want to get straight to the point. Y'all, listen, I am so tired of the black community fucking up the black community. I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of, us in the black community making excuses, not taking accountability. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick and tired of it. Bonnet wearing hood rats fuck up the black community. That's a fact. Okay, when I say fuck up the black community, I'm talking about their behavior. I'm talking about their behavior. And I know some of y'all going to be offended at what I'm saying, but you know what? I've been offended my whole life by racism, by darkism. So y'all, you're going to have to get over it. First of all, I'm not talking to every black woman that wears a bonnet on her head. This is not addressed to you, because as one of the females that I went to school, she pointed out, she said, Rashida, I wear bonnets in the comfort of my own home. Okay, but I'm not talking about black women that wear bonnets in the comfort of their own home. I'm not talking about that. Let me be clear. I'm talking about the ones who come out in public. I promise you, if somebody does a study on it, okay, the dark skin activists done let y'all know that there's a correlation. I hypothesize, the dark skin activist hypothesizes that there's a correlation between hood ratchet behavior and those females that wear bonnets in public. Prove me wrong. Because I've seen it. I don't come on YouTube, social media, y'all, and talk about nothing that I have not seen or experienced. Understand? If I come on here and talk about it, it's because I done seen it. And I done seen a lot of it. I done seen a lot of ratchet, low down, ghetto, hood behavior. And I'm talking about the negative attributes of it by bonnet wearing females. That is why I'm saying to you, nobody can convince me that there isn't a correlation between the two. Recently, and this is what popped off this live today, there was this bonnet wearing ratchet, because she was ratchet as I don't know what. And a lot of them that are ratchet are very arrogant with their ratchetness. You know, I don't understand how you step out in public and you act ratchet and you're proud of it. That lets me know that you ain't really got no self-respect. Because who in their right mind would come out and act arrogantly when they're exhibiting ratchet, stupid, ignorant behavior? And I've been around these types my whole life because I grew up in the hood. That's why I could come on here and talk about it. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. I grew up in the hood around these people, and I could talk about it. By the way, my website is thecharcoalbrand.com. Thecharcoalbrand.com. Once again, thecharcoalbrand.com, aka darkskinactivist.com. So this ratchet, she had a little old child. Okay, the child probably was no more than, I would say, 3 years old. And there was this space where nothing but cars. Everybody know cars go through there. It wasn't no playground. It wasn't nowhere where you would just be hanging out. None of that. This was a space where cars go through, and they go through regularly. But this bonnet wearing ratchet with her ugly ass, yes. And I'm not referring necessarily to her physical looks. I'm referring to her ugly ass behavior. She had her child laid out on the ground where cars are supposed to ride through, and had the audacity. That's why I said these hood ratchet, these hood rats, they are bold. She had the audacity to get upset when people in cars were asking her, can you move? This is why I don't want to be around them. I grew up around them. I don't want these people around me. I try my best to avoid them at all costs because, number one, I know my temperament. Like, it's only when I was in school, I was an introverted, dark-skinned, intelligent female, and I wasn't ratchet. I wasn't hood. I wasn't ghetto, even though I lived in the hood. Because a lot of people think that just because you live in the hood, you behave like that. No, I'm telling you right now, there's some introverted, quiet, nice, calm, black people, dark-skinned people that live in the hood, male and female. Everybody that live in the hood is not ghetto, it's not ratchet, it's not hyped up. But you know what, y'all? When you grew up in the hood and these motherfuckers come around you, you have to code switch on a bitch. So that's the other side of me that came out, because I'm not about to let these motherfuckers run over me. Mom used to always tell us that. You don't let these motherfuckers run over you. Because if you let these ratchet motherfuckers run over you, then they gonna think that they gonna run you. And I'm not having that shit. Now, when your ass, I'm quiet, introverted, nice, all that. But when you come and you think you finna disrespect me, your ass gonna motherfucking get checked. And I'm telling you, that was a way of survival in the hood. For the ones that want to do the right thing, the black, dark-skinned people in the hood that want to do the right thing, that, you know, that want to mind their business, that don't want to cause drama, that don't want to cause violence. We have to learn how to deal with the ratchets. And a man could be ratchet, a female could be ratchet. And this woman, let me tell y'all, she was just it was the most disgusting thing that I saw recently because of her nasty attitude. Like, she almost felt that her child was entitled to lay the fuck in front of this drive area where you know cars are coming through. And I can't remember what color bonnet she had on her head. All I know is she had on a damn bonnet. And let me tell y'all something. I don't wear bonnets. I ain't never worn no bonnets. I don't do bonnets. Okay? I can tell you about a hijab. I could tell you about a hijab. Shout out to the Muslims in the Nation of Islam. I could tell you about a hijab. I've worn those. But that's a cultural, religious, reason. That has nothing to do with being a hood rat and acting ignorant and doing dumb shit to cause problems and conflicts and friction in your community for no fucking reason. You understand what I'm saying? Because the Muslims and the people that I know in the Nation of Islam, most of the people I know, them some good brothers and sisters. They're trying to be upright. They're trying to be decent. A lot of them are coming into the hood trying to improve the hoods. So shout out to the Muslims. So we're not going, we can't compare. I think I heard somebody trying to compare the bonnets to the hijabs. No. And let me just say this too. In my humble opinion, let me tell y'all something. Bonnets should be worn in the house. Because to me, and this is my opinion, y'all could get mad all y'all want, because I know that I'm going to have somebody going to watch this damn live of me talking about these hood rat, bonnet wearing ratchets, and they going to get upset and get all in their feelings. Well, get all in your feelings, because I don't care. This is my opinion. To me, females walking around with bonnets on your head, you look a hot ass motherfucking mess. You look a hot mess. And let me tell you something. I understand that bonnets are worn to protect the hair. Okay? Lauren has a bonnet. She has several bonnets. And I bought the bonnets for her so that it would help her not to get lint in her hair while she sleeps. The lint that could come off of her pillow. But she will tell you she is not allowed to walk out of my house as long as she living under my roof with a bonnet on her head. I don't give a damn if she going to take out the garbage. I don't care, because how sometimes you just run out the house real quick to get something. We do not do the bonnets. I have never worn one. You're not going to see the dark-skinned activist, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, because it's only one. No matter how many of y'all copy me and want to be me, you didn't start dark-skin activism. You didn't bring the first colorism channel to YouTube. I did. I'm the reason you speaking on light skin and dark skin. The dark-skin activists would never walk out the house with a bonnet. It's tacky and you don't look good. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I literally hate seeing black women walk outside with bonnets. When I see them, I go the other fucking way. I ain't gonna tell you no fucking lie. Like I said, it's gonna be people offended. I don't care, because this needs to be said. This needs to be said. And what I notice is that the bonnet wearers, a lot of them are very ratchet. That is what I personally observed with these 4 eyes. So don't come up on here saying to me, Rashida, well, you're making all these excuses, because that's what we like to do as black people. We'll sit there and make all kinds of excuses instead of owning it. Own it now. Bonnet wearers, I need you to own it. I need you to own your ratchet behavior in public. I'm talking about the ones in public. I'm talking about understand what I am saying. Walking through Walmart, gas station, where else? Luckily, I don't see the bonnet wearers in church. That's the only place I could say that they'll have a little respect for themselves and other people by electing not to come to church with a bonnet on. I don't think I've ever seen a bonnet wearing ratchet at the church. But in a store, like I said, Walmart is notorious to the point where there are times of the day that I avoid Walmart like the plague. I go somewhere like Target. I don't think I've ever seen a bonnet wearing ratchet in Target. And I've seen plenty of black women in Target, but they did not have bonnets on their head. They had their hair in whatever style that they chose to wear. But I have seen these bonnet ratchets cause problems in Walmart. I have seen these bonnet ratchets cause problems in McDonald's, in Burger King. Oh my God. When I used to sell ice cream, the bonnet ratchets used to come out and start shit with me for no reason. That's why I said, y'all can't tell me nothing. I grew up in the hood. I've been in the hood my whole life around hood people and observed them and had to deal with them. And like I said, and I want to be clear, because I know some of you gonna lie on me. I am not referring to all black people, because it's some damn good black dark-skinned people, and I'm focusing on dark-skinned people, but it's some good black people, light-skinned, brown-skinned, whatever color you, in the hood. It's some people that work hard, done bought houses, raising their kids, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. They do not deserve to have to deal with you bonnet-wearing ratchets. A couple of months ago, the bonnet-wearing ratchets, I seen about 4 or 5 of them all at once in this particular area, making all kinds of noise. Like I said, blocking. They don't have no respect. They don't respect nothing. They don't respect property. They don't respect people. They don't respect quiet enjoyment. They don't respect none of that. They don't. Y'all know, black folks, y'all know I ain't fucking lying. Tell me I'm lying. Look me in my eye and tell me what I'm saying is a lie. And for those people that's in the hood, you got black people in the hood. Some black people never abandoned the hood. They never abandoned the hood. There's a black man here in St. Petersburg, very successful. He built a house, a nice ass house in the middle of the hood, coming back and giving it to the hood. That's what I said. I'm not talking about all black, dark-skinned people, black, light-skinned, black, brown-skinned people. I'm not talking about all of them. But there's damn sure a segment that's making the neighborhood bad. You're f***ing up the neighborhood. Yes, you are. With your ratchet, unruly ass behavior. A month ago, like I was saying, it was like a gang of bonnet wearing ratchets. They had all got together, making all kind of noise, just being unruly, disrespectful. People couldn't get through to get to their homes, to get to their apartment, because these people were blocking the way. This is what they was doing. This is what they was doing. And if you're not careful, If I'm not careful, I have to talk about myself. But if you like me and you kind of like don't put up with no bullshit, and you don't start no shit, but you don't put up with no shit. Cause see, I don't start no shit with nobody. I don't start no shit with nobody, y'all. But I damn sure ain't finna take your shit while I'm paying above the market rate. You ain't finna know. We not finna do that. And another thing too, let me not forget. A lot of these ratchet bonnet wearing hood rats, if you don't want to join in with them, if you don't want to be their friend, and smoke weed and blacken mouths and get nasty brown lips, and I ain't talking about the natural pretty brown lips. I'm talking about that, them brown lips that come from smoking, the blackened mouths and the cigarettes and the weed and all that nasty shit and the stank breath, the buttery teeth. If you don't want to become a part of that, guess what? They get angry with you. They get pissed off with you. But them motherfuckers know, because I don't even say nothing to a motherfucker. Sometimes I just gotta look. And I don't mean to have it, but I just ain't with the bullshit. I'm not on that program. I'm not on the ratchet bonnet program. I'm not on the weed smoking program. I don't smoke no black and mild. I ain't never smoked a day in my life. I don't drink. I'm clear-headed. I'm level-headed. I'm intelligent. I do what the fuck I need to do. I don't f with nobody. I don't start none with nobody, but I ain't on it. So they see me and give me a look, and they know you better keep that shit up. You better keep it. You better keep it moving. You better keep it. I want to keep the peace. I want to keep the peace, because here, y'all, these bonnet wearing hood rats can potentially get you locked up, because they'll start shit with you. You'll be trying to be peaceful and go about your business, go about your way, live your life, let they ratchet ass be. You ain't even bothering them. You recognize that, yeah, they ratchet, they gutter, but I'm gonna let it be. And you trying to go on about your life and mind your business. But some of them don't want to let you be. Some of them, so you have to be real careful. That's another thing I'm trying to tell you. You have to be real careful when you're dealing with the hood rats. I've had to myself, because I don't like to look at them. I don't like their behavior. So when I run into them, one thing about me, I do not like to start no mess with nobody. I will try to avoid trouble at any cost. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to bring that bullshit to me, you better motherfucking be ready. Because I ain't going to let you run over me. I'm going to try to avoid you. I'm going to try to keep the motherfucking peace. But you better stay your motherfucking ass over there. You better stay over there with that ratchet shit. Don't bring it to me. Because that's a problem. And I have to pray and ask God and say, Lord, help me to keep my discipline. Help me to avoid these demonic spirits, because that's what they are. Because black people ain't used to behave like this. That's why I made a post on Facebook the other day, y'all. And I said I wish that I was born, and like in my prime, in my my teens, my 20s, 30s, etc., with black people that came from the era of, I would say, after slavery, Reconstruction, all the way up into the 70s. I'll take them black people over the black people now. Because I'm trying to tell y'all something. In my humble opinion, and I love and respect all the people that fought in the civil rights movement, don't get it twisted. I love Dr. Martin Luther King. I love me some Malcolm X. And I love people like Fannie Lou Hamer, O'Malley, Aisha Teller, shout out to the chairman, and all the freedom fighters. I might not be able to call everybody's name. I respect all of them. But I'm finna tell y'all right now, the civil rights did a number on us. I'm trying to tell you. It created a new breed of black folks. It really did. It created a new breed of black folks, because I believe before the civil rights occurred, we was doing everything to really, Booker T. Washington got the up from slavery. We was really, black people was putting in work, man. Working hard. Just going out there getting it. We had so many haters, worried about what we was doing, jealous of what we was doing. And we was just really building. We was doing a real building. Somebody talked about Black Wall Street. You know, you can go on and Eatonville down there by Orlando. You know, it's a lot of pockets, a lot of areas in the United States where black people was just getting it. And along come the civil rights movement, and they say we can integrate. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think that stripped us of some basic morals. Because when we went to these schools, some of these schools, you didn't have the black teachers. That's the time when black teachers really gave a damn about you. When they could beat your motherfucking ass for acting up. And then when you got home, your ass got another ass whooping for acting up. That was the era that I wish I was a part of. Because this era that we living in right now, man, I'm telling you, a lot of these Bonnet Hoodrats, they ain't even got no respect. And y'all know, I've been talking about the black men and what y'all been doing for years to dark-skinned black women. It's time for me to get on some of you black women. And this bonnet wearing ratchet, if you want to know, she was not dark-skinned. I done seen dark-skinned ones too. But this one here that inspired this video today, she was not dark-skinned. She was a light-skinned, bonnet-wearing ratchet. Hood rat. Yes. Yes. They come in all skin tones. They could be light-skinned. They could be brown-skinned. They could be dark-skinned. They come in all skin tones. And I'm just like, man, I'm just saying, man. Let me read some of y'all comments. Because I'm just like, oh my God, these people just be driving me crazy. They fuck up the hoods. They fuck the shit up. I'm trying to tell y'all. I know what I'm. Oh, let me tell y'all another story. I seen when I was homeless and on the street. And I was working my ass off, working 2 jobs. Black dark-skinned man. I ain't gonna say his name in St. Petersburg. But he was black dark-skinned. And see that man right there? See, you will know when God done bless somebody. Because I swear to God, that man looked the exact same as he looked 20 years ago. I ain't even lying. He looked the exact same. I saw him walking. He had that little smooth little walk. Had that little swagger walk. He owns a lot of property around St. Pete. His family did. And he's just a nice dark-skinned black man. And I remember him. I saw him walking in the post office. And I said, how you doing? And he looked at me and I said, I know you don't remember me, but I said, you gave me my first apartment. And he was looking at me like, he gave me this look. I was like, yeah, you gave me my first apartment. You gave me a chance. And I was telling him how much I appreciated him. And he was asking me, well, what are you doing now? And I said, I got my master's degree. I went from homeless on the street to a master's degree. And I've done this and that and I write books and blah, blah, blah. And I fight for dark-skinned people. And I was all excited. And he's just standing there looking at me like, oh my God. But, you know, that black man right there, he's giving a lot of these ratchets a chance. And I remember the apartments that I lived in. I remember I was going to school, okay? And I got a lot to say about these people talking about, oh, you can go to school and have a baby. Oh, that's bullshit. I wish people would stop promoting that. I did it. Yeah, I went to school. I had a baby. But I don't think we should be glamorizing that. I think you should go to school and get your shit together before you have kids. I don't think we should glamorize, she 16, 17, he's 16, 17, and they going to school. Well, that's what the fuck they supposed to do. We shouldn't glamorize it. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. Let me stay focused. I remember I stayed over in these apartments, and I'm telling y'all, man, the crackheads had done fucking broken my apartments. And I'm talking about crackhead men and the ratchet motherfuckers, crackhead men and women. And I used to go to school, and I used to work. I had 2 jobs, okay? And I was pregnant at the time, and I never stopped. There was times I used to walk to work. That's how much I've never been lazy. I've never expected anybody to give me shit. I always wanted to go out and get that shit and work for it. I work for it. That's how I always thought. That's why I don't understand some of you homeless people that don't have a mental illness, that's able-bodied, that's in your motherfucking right mind. Get up off your ass and work, because that's what I did. I worked and hustled and did what the fuck I needed to do. And I remember, y'all, I would come home. Sometimes I'd come home late at night, and the bonnet-wearing ratchet bitches be standing out there on the balcony watching me. And one of them said so. That bitch must have said something. That's when I've actually calmed down a lot. In terms of you know, let people talk shit, and I'll keep moving. But that bitch, I'll never forget it. I will never forget it. I had just came home from work. I had my baby. I went to school. I used to go to school early in the morning, and I would go to work in the afternoons, and then I had a job on the weekend. And I had undid all this work, and this ratchet bitch walked that motherfucking ass out there, and that bitch had on a bonnet. Must have said, I don't know why she bringing that baby in. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie, y'all. I put the baby, my son Raheem, he's big now. I put him back in the car because I worked very hard. Had a SunTrust bank account, saved all my motherfucking money. I was not on Section 8, bitch. I wasn't on motherfucking Section 8. And I'm not throwing shade at anybody that's on Section 8. I'm just saying to you, at this time, I was not on, I was working. I put my son down in that motherfucking car. And y'all, I ain't gonna tell you no fucking lie, because I was tired. I wasn't messing with nobody. This bitch standing out here worrying about what the fuck I'm doing. I told that bitch, I said, come on down the motherfucking stairs. I told that bitch, I told her come downstairs. She looked at me. She didn't come down them stairs. I wasn't playing either. And I'm not saying, y'all need to understand, I'm not here to tell you that I can whoop everybody's ass. But, you know, I believe in self-defense. That's all I'm gonna say. And I told that bitch to bring her motherfucking ass down them stairs and come over there and say that shit to me. Because she didn't know me. And I wasn't bothering her motherfucking ass. I had just worked the 3 to 11 shift. I had done went to school all day long. And this bitch, this bonnet wearing ratchet bitch, coming out, it was about 11:30 at night, worrying about what the fuck I'm doing. But that's how they do. That's how they do, because I ain't talked to none of them. I was too busy to sit there and hold a conversation. How the fuck can I sit there and hold a conversation with you? And I'm working, I'm going to school, and I'm doing everything I can to get my shit right. Why do you think I'm supposed to come? I don't understand these motherfuckers. They want you to come and have long, drawn-out discussions. What the fuck I want to have a long, drawn-out discussion with you for? What we going to talk about? What the fuck are we going to talk about? I don't think I have anything in common with them. I really don't. But this lady was so disrespectful, like, oh my God. Oh, that was a bad experience. And I was like, from there on, I said to myself, y'all, I said, I got to get out of this motherfucking neighborhood before I go to jail. Because I ain't finna take they shit. I had a crackhead break in my house, a little dark-skinned crackhead. It was a dude. And the dark-skinned, ratchet-wearing, bonnet-wearing ass chick that lived next door to me, her ass was dark-skinned. She was a crackhead, and her boyfriend was a crackhead. She was like 20-something years old, about 27, 28 years old. And her boyfriend had to be like 50. And he used to always try to talk to me, and she would look at me funny. I'm like, bitch, I don't want your motherfucking man. I don't deal with crackhead. But y'all, I'll be here for days telling you about these motherfuckers. Y'all can't tell me about these motherfuckers. I done been around them. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Nobody can tell me. I know what I'm talking about. But let me read some of y'all comments. Anyway, my website, y'all, is thecharcoalbrand.com. Thecharcoalbrand.com, aka darkskinactivist.com. Darkskinactivist.com. Either one you type in, you're gonna go to the same website. My book, Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. You can go and download a free ebook copy. My other books are on Amazon. They're on my website. I've written more books on dark skin than anybody. I'm the reason all these folks talking about light skin and dark skin. All of them copying me. Every last one of you motherfuckers copying me. You didn't start this. I have the oldest colorism channel on YouTube and the first. And I started talking about colorism and dark skin before YouTube was invented, social media was invented, and reality TV. All y'all copying me. Every last one of you. The only one I ever give a shout out to and show love to is the great Cola Booth. Cola Booth. I don't give a fuck about the rest of you. Cola Booth. And I'll be over in a corner by myself saying it until the day I die, because I'm telling the truth. But let me read some of y'all. Oh, the Cash App is $RashidaLala. $RashidaLala. Once again, $RashidaLala. Okay? Make sure you guys make a donation. And I got a lot of time on my hand, y'all. I'll show y'all. I'm sitting outside of Kumon here, waiting this is Kumon. Lauren goes to Kumon. And, you know, this is the history of this. I was actually the first client to come to Kumon. My son went here. She opened up this center back in 2008. And recently, I'm so sad because she sold it. And so it's new management that has came in. And my son went to Kumon. And he did extremely well. Took advanced level mathematics, all that. He became very good at math. And so Lauren, she started going, Raheem started going when he was like in the 5th grade. And Lauren, I started her at 3. And so I'm probably the oldest client here. People don't know that, but I was here when she first opened up the center. And she recently, a couple of months ago, she sold it to someone else. So all these people are new. And I feel proud to say that I am the oldest running. And this is what I do every week. I come in, I sit in my car, because you can sit inside, but I don't be wanting to sit around these people sometimes. Some of them racist as hell, and I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be dealing with racist ass people that, motherfucker, you think you better than me because I'm black and I'm dark skinned? No, motherfucker. My money green just like yours, honey. Okay. You do not have a monopoly on education. You don't. So anyway, Lauren goes here, and I sit out here and I wait for her. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, let me read some of y'all comments. The Cash App is $rashidalala, $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. Yes, it is. Ray. Okay, Ray. Ray. Okay, let me get to some of y'all comments. Peace of Rose says, so true. I noticed when I was proper at my new job, a white man said it comes off as fake and not authentic. I knew he was saying that because I'm dark skinned, but if I was white, it'd be different. Oh my God. How are you gonna tell you what's fake and not authentic? How dare he? You know, my daughter, Lauren, and I don't even know how she got to speak this way because I don't speak proper, so-called proper. But Lauren, my daughter, she naturally speaks very proper King's English. Just. And so I don't understand, you know, how a person could think that or say that when, to me, the descendants of the enslaved did not ask to come here. So that's insulting to me, you know, for somebody to even come at you like that. And Dove says, peace of Rose, that sounds a little awkward. Hope he is more polite. At least it sounds like he was being honest, but it's kind of odd. Best wishes. I think it's just flat out rude. Pizza Rose says, Dub, no, he was doing darkism. No excuses for that. I agree. I agree with you 100%. That was darkism. Because what he basically telling you is that you can't speak a certain way. How dare another human being tell another human being how they supposed to speak? How what your diction sounds like? You know? How fucking, that's the thing. And like you said, if it was a light-skinned person, a mixed person, a white person, ain't no way in hell he would have had a problem with them speaking that way. But because you dark-skinned, like you said, it's darkism. You're expected to be a certain kind of way. And when you don't give that, that's when the insults come out. That's when the darkism comes out. So I agree with you 100%. ASM says, don't talk on this too much or we'll be in a designer line of bonnets. Oh my God, please don't do that. Oh my God. Please do not do that. Ray say it's the environment, Rashida, plus being reared in certain households. Absolutely. So like I was saying earlier, it's different types of black people. It's different types of dark-skinned black people. We are not all a monolith. Some dark-skinned black people come from very, very well-to-do homes. Okay? Some dark-skinned black people have educators for parents who may have taught them to speak a certain way. Like you said, it's all about the environment that the person grows up in. But The darkism comes into play when people can't accept that. People can't go, well, okay, this dark-skinned person, let me get an understanding of where they came from and let me respect that. No, they put it all on the dark skin. All negative stuff on the dark skin. All stereotypes on the dark skin. So yeah. Let me go back to the chat. Give me a second, y'all. Let's see. Novatic1, shout out to you. You said, what you said? You said you killed me when you said butterfly teeth. Okay. You also said they wear bonnets for the same reason why they also wear PJs outside. I don't understand. I mean, if you have clothing, like a sufficient clothing, I can understand if you ain't got sufficient clothing. I get that. But if you got sufficient clothing to wear and you walk out the house with pajamas on, you're ratchet. You're ratchet. You're very disrespectful and you're ratchet. So yeah. Novatic1 says, you ain't lying at all. Not one bit. Everything I'm saying on here, I'm telling y'all the truth. And the real ones like Novatic1 know I'm telling the truth. Without Justice says, why do you think they wear bonnets? That's a damn good question. Why do I think they wear bonnets? Well, I'm going to tell you why I think they wear bonnets, and I could be wrong. I think the reason why they wear bonnets, if you're asking why do I think they wear bonnets in public, because that's my gripe. My gripe is not that they wear bonnets, because I understand why black women would put on a bonnet. But what my gripe is, why do you wear the bonnets outside? Why don't you just take the time to do your hair? And I think it's a mixture of laziness and self-hate. That's what I think. Because the laziness is obvious. I mean, if you don't take the time to do your hair and take that damn bonnet off before you walk outside, that's lazy to me. Flat out. Unless I could kind of see if you at the salon. Say you at the salon and you wearing a bonnet or something over your head and you say, I'm hungry and I got to go get something to eat. I'm not talking about that. That's different. But if you are at home and you just, I got to go to you got to go to the store, get something to eat, go to the restaurant, wherever you want to go, or go to your child's school. That's even more horrendous. And you just say, I don't feel like doing my hair. That's lazy. Coupled with 9 times out of 10, the reason why you might not feel like doing your hair is because of self-hate. A lot of us may feel like our hair is just too difficult to do. And we don't like to do it. We don't want to be bothered with it. And it's just a combination of laziness and possible self-hate. I do not wear bonnets. I don't wear bonnets inside the house, nor do I wear bonnets outside the house. I don't own a bonnet. I bought Lauren a bonnet once again to wear in the house so that she could cover her head at night so that she doesn't get the lint in her locks. Because if anybody that wears locks knows that you could easily get the lint in there. That's why I bought a bonnet for her. And I just recently started buying bonnets for her over the last, I want to say 2 years. But before I never owned any bonnets. But, that's why I believe that they wear the bonnets. I believe it's laziness. When I go to Lauren's school, when I go take Lauren to school, I always, and I'm not going to tell y'all no lie because I'm not a liar. I don't always feel like doing my hair. Some days I might be running late, but I always make an effort to make my hair look presentable. And it ain't for y'all motherfucking ass. That's another thing. I want to be clear. Has nothing to do with, let me look presentable for these people. It's about me. It's about having self-respect. I respect myself enough, Rashida Strober enough, to when and my child. So when I walk out that door, I look decent for my damn self. So yeah, it is for a self-absorbed reason, but that's okay. In this instance, I don't believe that being self-absorbed in terms of self-care is a bad thing. And I think if you're having issues with getting your hair done, get your ass up early in the morning. I have to do that. So like, for example, If I wake up, if I wake up late one day, taking her to school, and I'm running late, I say, you know what, Rashida? I talk to myself. Self-discipline, self-talks. I say, you got to get up earlier. And the next morning, instead of me getting up at, I don't know, 6:30, I might get up at 5 o'clock. So I have enough time to prepare myself and get myself together. So there's things that you can do to make sure you get your shit together if you really want to do it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's, again, this is the whole accountability thing. Don't sit there and blame other things and other people for why you're not doing what you need to do. You're not doing what you need to do because you don't want to do it. And that's the thing. If people really, 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 truly want to do something, they want to get something done, they'll do it. It has to be a priority to you. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, let me read some more of y'all comments. Sori says, hello to you. You say, Rashida, some African women wear bonnets here in Europe, but they don't act ratchet at all. They seem like the way it looks, but it's hard to tell the reason they wear it. Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I'm trying to get to some of y'all comments. Ray said, what about you walking out the door with those horseshoes? I'm being humorous. Horse shoes or house shoes? That's a no-no. You can't even walk in. Listen, you can't even walk in my house with your shoes on. You gotta take your shoes off. So I don't walk in my own house with shoes that I've worn outside. I have a black shoe stand. As soon as you walk in there, I have a sign that says, please take your shoes off. And that's how I do it. So yeah, I don't really like for people to walk in my house with their shoes on. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. I mean, there's some cases where I deal with it, but I don't really like it. It's not something that I like. And if like a person walks in my house with their shoes on, guess what I do? Immediately I'll mop and sanitize. So that's just me being, whatever. Hey, Ryan's Creek Media. Without Justice says, when people say those people are ghetto, ratchet, hood, low life, beneath me, no class, does this sound like classicism? It is. And I can admit that there's some elements there. But at the same time, I'm telling the truth. And I am not saying some of that stuff that you just said. I'm not saying, I don't think that they're beneath me. I think their behavior is beneath me, but I don't think them as a person, as a human being, is beneath me. It's the behavior that I don't like, that is associated with, like I said, I believe there is a correlation with females that wear bonnets and ratchet behavior that they exhibit in public. I think there's a strong correlation. If somebody wants to do a study on that, hey, by all means. Novatic One says, the moment our people started integrating, that is when we lost so much. Oh my God. We have lost ourselves. We have lost basic love for one another, support for one another. We don't like each other. We don't even want to speak to one another. We could barely be around each other. When we see white people or non-black people, we go out of our way to prove that we're a nice, good human being, but we don't do that to each other. We turn up our nose. We act nasty. I'll be here all day talking about how black people treat each other. Ryan's Creek says, how am I feeling today? Well, I don't know. How am I feeling? That's a good question. I need to take some time to self-reflect on how I'm feeling today. I got a lot of stuff accomplished today. Task-wise, work-wise. I'm ready to go home. Lauren is in there doing her Kumon work. She's involved in a lot of activities. So when I have her, I'm the parent that's doing most of the shuttling around for the activities. So she's doing a thing at school called Coffee House, where they do poetry. They write poetry and stuff like that. And I love that because I'm a writer and she took up that stuff on her own. So whenever she want to do an activity, I support her in it. And she wrote a poem and I read the poem and I thought it was like awesome. And I was like, yeah, you need to go participate in this. So on Thursday, she has she got 3 things. She got the coffee house after school, then she got the Kumon, and then she got the karate, and it's like, it's a lot, and I do all of it. Like, I ain't trying to throw nobody on the bus. I ain't trying to throw that in the bus. I'm just being honest. I mean, this person does not do any of this. I'm the one that's doing all of this. So it could be a lot. But I'm so used to doing it, and I'm the type that will not, I could not like doing something, but the discipline, gotta go get it type of person inside of me, I make sure it gets, if I know it's important, and if I know it's going to contribute to the development, I'm going to do it, even if I don't like to do it. So, I don't know. That was a long-winded answer, if that makes sense. Let me see. I'm trying to get to some of y'all questions up here. Okay, shout out to Violet Wonder 7. She says, I love the way Cutie Pie Lauren speaks. BTW, she's awesome. Thank you very much. Yes, Lauren is super duper articulate. And I already know she got some haters because she dark skinned. They think that every dark skinned child is supposed to be, you know, ratchet and whatever the case may be, and underprivileged. No, I've seen extremely intelligent, beautiful, wonderful, kind, smart, dark skinned children. I've seen them before, and I love them. And please don't come on here lying and making up shit on me. I love all black children, light skin, dark skin, brown skin, whatever the case may be. But I do know that dark skinned children get it the worst, and I'm gonna praise dark skinned kids, and I don't care if people get mad about it. I don't care if people are upset. I'm gonna praise. I'm gonna praise dark skinned kids. Let's see. Pizza Roll says, I notice brown skin tries to play it neutral. They only are friendly with dark skins when they get rejected by light skin and whites. You know what? I heard somebody else say that as well. Maybe I need to do a whole live on that, and maybe get y'all to call in, or not call in, but do the, you know, y'all know what I mean, the live stream, and come on and give y'all opinion to that. Because I think that there's some truth to that. I definitely think it's some truth to what you're saying. For sure, it's some truth. Yeah. Let's see. I'm scrolling up to see if there's any more comments that I skipped over. Dub says they want to drag a successful person down with them like an anchor. That is so true. And if a dark-skinned person or a black person is trying to pull themselves up, you got some black folks that don't want to see it. They don't want to see you. And instead of them saying, well, you know what, let's join together, and let me learn from this person, and because I think we all got something to learn from each other. Let me learn from this person, and maybe they can learn something from me, and we can help each other, and we can applaud each other. We won't do that shit for nothing in the world. Not all of us. I'm not saying all of us. But we won't join in for nothing in the world. We either backstabbing each other, lying on each other, hating on each other, getting violent with each other. We're not trying to uplift each other. And that's why I said, I'm going to go back to it again, y'all. I wish I was like a young adult after slavery, Reconstruction era, all the way up until the 1970s. I wish I was a black young adult then, because there was more love, more camaraderie, more upliftment, more unity with black people. I would have loved to be in my 20s when Malcolm X was alive. I would have loved that. You know, there was more black people that were married. All that baby daddy bullshit and baby mama bullshit, all that there. You know, it was less of that. It was less of that, you know? And, you know, black women were they had big families. Like today, I was talking to my stepdad. He was kind of giving me some history. He was coming through. We drove an hour outside of where I live to go handle some business. And he was kind of giving me a history. He was talking about his mom and dad. Now, his mom and dad and his mom's mom and dad, they was married. And his mom's mom and dad had like 13 kids. And they had this big old farm that owned all this land, and they was doing the damn thing. See, that's the type of, you know, blackness that I love. You got a married couple they got a lot of kids, but they're able to sustain themselves, and they can handle their business. That's where I want to be. And that's the same thing with my great-great-grandma and my grandma. It stopped with my mama generation, though. But my grandmother, she was married. She worked. She wasn't on welfare. I'm not throwing no hate or no shade at nobody that is. So don't be coming up on here fucking lying on me now. I'm just telling you the facts of the people in my family. My grandmother was not on welfare. She had, I believe she had like what, 6 kids. She was married. In fact, she was married twice, and they were self-sufficient. Right there in Pelham, Georgia. Right there in Pelham, Georgia. And my great grandma, same thing. My great grandma had, I think she had 11 kids. Same thing. Had a husband. See, motherfuckers like to talk about black women and dark skinned women not having husbands. No, motherfucker, before the civil rights, oh, we had husbands, honey. Oh, we had husbands. We had husbands. Let's get that straight. Okay? My great grandma not only one, she had 2 husbands, honey. Worked hard, was not on no type of public assistance, had a lot of kids. That's how the black people was doing it back in that time. You can't tell me that's the real balling black people. Owned property. That's one of the first things that they made sure they did. They bought property. I would love to have been in my 20s in that era. Okay? In that era. Yeah. Let's see. Novatic one says cats in general want to learn just enough to leave you hanging as soon as they get where they want to be. See, that's some old selfish, fake ass, punk nigga ass shit. And Sora says it's off topic, but Rashida, did you notice how it's more acceptable for a light-skinned woman to date a dark-skinned man, but when a light-skinned man dates a dark-skinned woman, it's not the same? Well, I think people be jealous. I'm gonna keep it real. I think people just be jealous and they be hating because they feel that the dark-skinned woman is ugly. They think that the dark-skinned woman is ugly. But my grandmother was dark-skinned. My great-grandmother was dark-skinned, and both of them had husbands. My great-grandmother was tall and slim, and she wanted all that stuff, all that thick stuff. She was tall and slim, honey. Okay, and had 2 husbands. Okay. She lived to be 95. And even up until the day she died, she had a boyfriend. Sure did. Had a boyfriend. So I think that people just be jealous. I think that they be jealous because God rest her dead, she had people hating on her. She had people hating on her. Yes. Ryan's Creek Media said, I'm brown skinned and I reject that comment. Okay. Def Davis says in 1965, colored people were restricted in 1,000 ways, but fictionalizing how good it was is just fiction. And well, let me tell you, I'm not fictionalizing how good it was, but to me, I'd rather take them hits. I would rather have taken those hits of what the black people went through. I'm talking about the raw shit that the black people went through before 1970, from the end of slavery up until the 1970s, than what we have now. I think those people were better. I think they had more character. They had more courage. They had more stamina. They didn't bitch and whine and complain. All this I'm homeless business. They went out there and they got it. They went and got it. That's what I'm saying. Even with all the technology we have, even with all the so-called opportunity we have, this, to me, modern black people, you're not better than our ancestors. You're not. Sorry. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by none of y'all. I'm not. Now, I will say the ones that do impress me is the entrepreneurs. Because the entrepreneurs got to go out there and create something out of nothing, as opposed to somebody that works for the state. You're not doing anything. You're working for the state. You don't have to go out and sell. You don't have a quota to meet. All you have to do is go in and sit down and collect, tax dollars. So I'm not fucking impressed by that. I don't care. Unless you are some type of public nurse, public health nurses, public health professionals, they are definitely contributing. But the black people that came out of slavery all the way up into the 1970s, it's just like they had more hustle. They had more hustle. TP Judah Lion says, you look good, red lipstick. Thank you. I got some in my purse right now, but I ain't gonna put on none today, y'all. Novatic one says, feminism, oh my God, murdered the desire to maintain the way the family should be. Of course, it was created by white girls. Well, I'm not a feminist. I'm just a black woman that loves black people and black men, and loves marriage between the black men, and a stability and a harmony between the black man and the black. All that other bullshit I can't tell you about because I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not. I'm just not interested. And I think that colleges, they do a very damn good job of seeping indoctrination into education and into pursuits of intellectualism that would be otherwise, where a person would just be, you know, I want to learn this for the sake of learning it because I want to be knowledgeable about it to understand. But what they're doing is using that to indoctrinate people. But it never worked on me because I'm not with the bullshit at all. I just told you, I came from a grandma that was married twice, never was on public assistance, worked her ass off, owned property, may she rest in peace, and a grandma that did the same thing. So that's what's in my blood. Now my mama is a bit different. My mama was back in the came of age in the 70s, where they was getting the welfare. The black women finally had access to the welfare and you know, all these social programs. And I think that shit fucked us up. You know, the government cheese, all that. I think it stripped us of our independence. But my grandma and my great grandma and my grandma didn't even like me because I was dark skinned. But I could still overlook that, and I could see some great qualities in her because, like I said, she always worked. She owned property. She did not get governmental assistance. She didn't have, I don't even think she had a high school education. But the woman was classy. Like I said, owned her own property, worked, and handled her motherfucking business. That I can respect. That I can look at as an example of black excellence. That's black excellence. The simplest things that we do. We always looking at the so-called famous people. They're not my fucking role models. Famous people, you're not my fucking role model. Because I think that when you look at the everyday average working black person that's able to get out, do you know how fucking hard that is in American society? To get up and just get up every day, go to work, discipline yourself, you know, run your business, pay your bills, take care of your kids, and be black. Those are the real heroes. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. So, I think I have talked enough because I know I talk. All right, y'all. Yes, TP Judeline, you said integration messed us up. I could not agree with you more. Ryan's Creek Media says, I have always have and will live and love black women, but I always end up with my dark skinned queens. Thank you, darling. Yeah. So I want to thank y'all for allowing me to get this off of my chest. Yes, it is somewhat of a rant, but that's okay because I needed to speak on it. And there's somebody out here that needed to hear about these bonnet wearing ratchet hood rats. Hey, y'all need to do better. Y'all need to get that shit together. I'm telling you, it's not cool. It's not cute. It's not where it's at. The website, y'all, is darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Or you can go to thecharcoalbrand.com. Thecharcoalbrand.com. Also, I got to go back to court again this month. So make sure you guys make a donation to my Cash App so it will help me with the legal fees that I incurred over the last 2.5 years. The Cash App is $rashidalala. $Rashidalala. Once again, $Rashidalala. Okay? Make sure you guys donate. Hey, Ebony Knowledge, I know you don't like the title. I knew somebody. I'm about to get off here, so you're going to have to do the replay back, girl. I know you don't like the title. I know some people are going to be offended by it, but I'm only here to tell the truth. There are some in our community are bonnet wearing ratchets that fuck up the black community. Yeah. That's how I feel. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to change it. Now, do I respect that there are those that are going to have a difference of opinion? Absolutely. But that ain't the way I feel. And I already said I'm not talking about every black woman that wears a bonnet. That's not what I'm saying. But it's a lot of black women that do wear bonnets that are ratchet, hood, ghetto, unruly, and I don't fucking like it. I don't fucking like it. And I'm going to say it again. I'm going to get on up off here because I got to go. And yes, that looks tacky in public. Looks fucked up in public. And I'm talking about the bonnet wearing in public. I am not talking about the bonnet wearing in your home. I'm only speaking on the bonnet wearing in public. If you walk your ass outside the house with a bonnet on your head and don't take the time to do something to your hair, then your ass ain't got no respect for yourself. I don't give a damn what you say. In my head, you ain't got respect for yourself. Okay? So I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I can't tell you no lie. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry that you do not like the title. I just have to tell the truth. I just have to tell the truth. Okay? The bonnet wearing ratchets that I see in public, I've seen a bunch of them cause a lot of damn problems. I've seen a bunch of them engage in unnecessary bullying, conflictual, ratchet ass behavior, and I'm tired of it. I don't want to see it. When I see them out in public, I avoid their ass. I keep going the other fucking way because I don't even want to look at you. I don't even want to look at you. I don't even want to look at you. And you're right, Ebony Knowledge, but that's not what we're talking about. I agree with you. I could do a whole live on that because you're actually right. Let me read your comment. Ebony Knowledge said, there are women who don't wear bonnets in public and are ratchet. That's a fact. And they're white, black, Latina, mixed race, Indian, Asian. You're absolutely right. I will not dispute that one bit. But I'm talking about the bonnet wearing ratchets today. And to be honest with you, I've seen a large number of those cause problems in public for no fucking reason. I've seen that with my own eyes. I'm not making I told y'all I'm going to get me somebody to go around with me with a camera and I'm going to start filming this stuff. I'm going to start filming it. I'm going to start filming it. I got to get out of here. But y'all, and thank you for the Cash App donation. I appreciate that. Thank you. Cash App donations once again can be made to $RashidaLala. $RashidaLala. Once again, $RashidaLala. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for listening. Even if you don't agree with me, thank you for understanding. This is the dark-skinned activist point of view. The world's first and only dark-skinned activist. The reason anybody on YouTube, social media, and otherwise is talking about light skin, dark skin, and colorism and darkism. And I will talk to y'all again soon.